G'day everyone, welcome to the How to Halo Marine tutorial part 5. My name's Andrew DFT and let's get started. So in this video we're going to be covering the main abdomen section where the giant plate covers the tummy area and protects you from plasma blasts. So by the end of the video you should have something that looks like this, fits on your body and feels quite nice and you feel pretty protected. Now if I was to rate this section I would give it a 2 out of 10. It's an extremely easy part on this costume to do, so hopefully you guys shouldn't have any issue with it. And if you haven't watched the first tutorial you will not know about the PDF that goes along with this. It can be purchased for $3.50 from the link below. It gives you all the templates already scaled and all ready to print out so you can kick off where the video starts, plus a few extra tutorials for some bonus content, as well as an overview of the materials we're going to be using in this section. So jumping right in, what you're going to do is you're going to take your two templates and you're going to cut them out. So cutting along the perimeter line of these templates. Once you've done that, we can go ahead and start piecing them together. You can just use a basic masking tape or sellotape, whatever you have on you, either will work. After you've done that, you can put it onto the foam and you can start tracing the outline using a pen or a pencil carefully, not indenting the foam as such, but just enough so it leaves the nice imprint there, and we can go ahead to cutting it out. But make sure you've got a nice sharp blade. Now because this is all going to be exposed and you're going to be able to see this plate as a centerpiece of your armor, I'd be very careful when I'm cutting this section. You want to make sure that all the cuts are coming off perfectly as best as you possibly can, because you don't want any weird artifacts happening on the edges or bubbles sticking out. Once that's done, you can go ahead and start heating it up with a heat gun and you'll definitely see it starting to rise. That's when you know it's all ready to be morphed into position, and you can start putting it onto your body as such. Now going back to your templates, you want to cut out these centerpieces that you can see here, these weird little, I wouldn't know what you call them, just little parts that I draw on the templates, which obviously exist in the actual design itself. Once you've cut them out, make sure that you've got them all laid out and they're not ruined in any way, and then we're going to go ahead and trace them out like we did with the original piece onto the foam. But before we do that, we're just going to quickly mark out where these pieces actually sit on the entire design itself. So you can just leave little notches, whatever best suits you, nothing too massive, just small little nicks on the foam which will allow us to mark together where this piece will sit. Then you can go trace it out onto the foam like we did before, not indenting it, just leaving a nice little incline so that we can go with our sharp blade and cut it out. Now like before, we want to make sure that we are using the best of cuts possible, as these are centerpieces on your costume. You don't want them looking a bit crappy, to put it bluntly. You want to make sure these are done nicely, so using multiple slices, multiple passes through when you're cutting to bring out the best of it. Then like you did before, you can go ahead and grab the heat gun and start heating these things up. You don't need to do it excessively like you did with the original larger piece, just enough to morph it into position, so it should give it a nice little bend, which will of course go over the main section where we put the nicks, which linked up where they are in the overall location. So then you can grab some hot glue and just carefully slide it into place and wait for it to dry. Then jump onto the next piece, put some hot glue and glue it into position, and that's it. Once that's all set in stone, the hot glue and those additional pieces on top should hold the whole section in form, and it shouldn't bounce back. So that's it. Hopefully you guys managed to follow along. Like I did say, it's a very simple and easy to follow section, so the tutorial shouldn't have left you stumped or figuring out what was going on. So now that that section's all done, you can carefully put that aside with all your other armor pieces and we can jump on to another section. So to do that, click on another link at the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching guys, and I'll catch you later.